Welcome back to Gospel Music Today.
We were at one of Robert York's great concerts in Woodstock, Georgia. We spoke to an old friend of ours, Bob Sellers, and that's up next on Gospel Music Today. We are at Grace Community Church in Woodstock, Georgia, one of Robert York's great concerts, and featured tonight an old friend of ours, Bob Sellers. And Bob, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here and so glad to see y'all. Welcome to the South.
We met you in the quartet world, and shortly after that, you started with the one of the all-time great quartets, the Kingsmen Quartet, with them several years. But you have a story that I want you to tell about your audition for the Kingsmen Quartet.
My audition was a big surprise to me. I thought I was filling in. And I didn't know for about the first week or maybe longer that I was traveling with them that I was actually on audition. Had I known, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. I'd have been too nervous. I was just thrilled to be there. I was working at the bank, and I finally told Ray, I said, Ray, you're going to either have to hire me or I'm going to get fired. Because I was missing so much work. But he let the cat slip out of the bag that the lead singer at the time, Brian Hudson, was leaving, and then it, all started to come together. I'm a little slow, but I'm like, okay, they're looking for a lead singer. This is more than just a fill-in opportunity. And I had met the guys several years earlier and got to know some of them, and I had filled in with him about a year earlier in Brian's place. And I actually auditioned for the baritone about that same time, but I didn't get it. That's when Randy Crawford came back, and Brandon Reese told me that he filed a memory. He said, you're not a baritone singer, you're a lead singer. So next opening they had, I was the call they made, and I'll always love those guys for the opportunity they gave me. As you see so much in gospel music, a lot of times groups are kind of hesitant to take a chance on somebody that hasn't been out there for years and that sort of thing. Yeah. So I don't take that for granted. It was the best 7 years of my life.
Yeah. And now Bob Sellers on the road as a solo artist. Was that a rough transition?
No, Ken, it was very easy, and I just give God all the credit for that. I was very anxious about calling my program, doing my own MC work, that sort of thing. But I had done that in my group that I managed before I went to the Kingsmen. And of course, Randy Crawford was the MC, but we kind of shared in that stuff on stage as well. So I've always been used to getting in front of crowds and speaking and that sort of thing. So it just came naturally. But I say that not in any type of braggadocious way, because that's why I quit singing gospel music when I was in my teens, is because I was too scared to get up and say anything, or much less sing in front of a crowd. So God absolutely helped me overcome that stage fright, and I got back interested in it in my early 20s.
Mm-hmm. Jean just reviewed your new CD on our show, and she loved every track on it.
Thank you.
Tell me about the CD.
It was about a 2-year labor of love. There's an original song or two on there, but most of them are songs that people are familiar with. I just maybe put a little bit of my own twist. I wanted some new songs, but I also wanted to record some songs that I've always loved and had never had a chance to record. So it came out September of this past year, but with the COVID shutdown, even though I'm working on another one right now, I still feel like it's kind of new because I haven't been anywhere to offer it. But yeah. I was really pleased with the way it turned out, and I appreciate you guys for reviewing it, and I'm glad you liked it when you reviewed it.
Well, Jean liked it. If she doesn't like them, then she doesn't say anything. Oh no, we both liked it.
I'm kidding you, but my goals with recording, with traveling as a soloist, may be a little bit different than other people's. I've had 2 songs go to radio off of that recording, and all that means to me is that more people in more places are getting to hear the songs that God placed on my heart to sing. And I told God when I left the Kingsman after what was literally years of praying about that decision. I didn't want to because I enjoyed it so much, but I also did not enjoy being away from home as much as I was. And I made a big commute from Alabama to North Carolina, and that was my choosing, but my family was just rooted, so I never got a peace about relocating. So I told God if He would supply me, if He would open the doors for me to still pay the bills and buy groceries, that was all I would ever ask for, and I would give Him all praise, honor, and glory. And He's done that. Even through this past year, He's provided in ways that just blew me away. So I give Him all the praise. I'm nothing. I'm just out here trying to sing these songs He's imparted in my heart, and I feel like called me to do.
Mm-hmm. That's great. That's great to hear. Bob, it's always good to see you. It's been a while, and we're very glad to have you on Gospel Music today.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I thank you and Miss Jean for everything that y'all do, all the big events. Y'all are always a presence and put out these great videos, and God bless you.
In this month's Singing News magazine, there's an article which is 5 questions